Hey, how are you doing? This is Greg Van Kirk, and just wanted to walk you through the Team Core Values tool here, which is part of the Changemaking Team Tools in Toolkit 1, defining the team in the Collaborative Changemaking Field Guide. So if we look at the top here, where we see Team Core Values, this is for conversations about individual and aligned core values. So with this tool, you're going to start with your own core values and then come together with your team and figure out what those aligned core values are, what those shared core values are. So going through about this tool, starting at the top here, I'm just going to read through and then I'll go over to the tool itself and go through the instructions on how to use it. And then we'll talk about how to use it with the three different the three different engagement roles. Excuse me. So your core values shouldn't be something, this is under about this tool. Your core values shouldn't be something you post on your website and forget about. They should be one of your team's most useful assets. They're guardrails to help you stay on course to achieve your why. They help you make decisions in complex environments where there are no right or wrong decisions, only better and worse ones. With this in mind, this Team Core Values tool should help you and your team define and align your core values. To note, the more frequently you use your aligned core values, the more equipped you'll be to empower collaborative change making. In particular, use your aligned core values as touchstones during ideation conversations to help you avoid falling into the trap of debating who has the best idea or solution. Ask yourselves which idea is most aligned with our core values. By doing this, your core values keep you metaphorically sitting on the same side of the table. All right, so if you know your core values, then you can have a conversation that's guided by the core values and ask each other, okay, which of our ideas is most aligned with this core value or that core value, using a third party there rather than speaking on other sides of the table with each other. So how to use this tool. I'm going to go over and walk through it here. So here's the tool. You can, as you see at the top, you can click here or on the tool to access the Google Sheet and make an editable copy of the Google Sheet. You can also print this out, right? But you want to make sure that everybody can see this at least. They can look at it on their phones, but that everybody has this handy so they can look at all the different core values on here. So really simple tool. You're going to start at where you want to end up is at the top with team core values, but we're going to start where it says round one. And so a recommendation would be to give yourselves 2 minutes. You want to set a time limit to tick off for round one your top 20 core values. So you put a timer on and have everybody note off their top 20 core values. It's imperfect. You're going to maybe change your mind later. That's fine. We just want to work through the exercise here to have a helpful conversation. Then after that, you're going to give everybody maybe 1 minute, and then in round two, out of those 20, choose 10. And then in round three, give everybody 30 seconds. And for in the round three, you're going to, out of those 10, choose the top three that you have. Right. Then what you want to do is sit back, have a conversation as a team about how this exercise went, how did different people feel picking their core values, and then have a conversation where everybody shares out what their top three were to see if you can come up with at the top team core values. There's space for six. So can you come up with six? You might come up with four, you might come up with eight. That's fine. This is always simply guidance for a conversation, right? As well, the 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds is guidance. You can take longer, you can take shorter, you can do 4 rounds if you wanted to. It's up to you, right? And certainly you can change the tool, edit the tool in Google Sheets. Okay, engagement role guidance here. So obviously you're going to modify how to use this tool based on the context and goals of the conversation, as I just noted. So looking at the three roles, hands-on, right? So you are volunteering, you're working, you're interning. So one option would be to use this for conversations with the organization you're working with to understand their core values. So ask them, go through this with them in some way. Or if you're a part of a team of volunteers, another option might be to use this for yourselves. That would be great. Great way to get everybody aligned. Consulting. So if you're consulting for the organization, use this to help the organization team and or project team that you're consulting for think about, talk about, and note down their aligned core values. Right. So who's the team that's involved in the consulting? It could be a smaller team within an organization, a project team. All depends. If you're part of a consulting team, so it could be a team of students, you could also use this for a core values conversation within the team. And then the last thing, if you're innovating, use this to figure out the core values of the innovation team. This could be your innovation and or the local innovation team. So lots of different ways to use this, but starting off with really establishing your core values can just be so incredibly helpful for success and to make sure that everybody feels psychologically safe and that, you know, we're all sort of rowing in the same direction. So hopefully you found this helpful. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or comments or you need any additional help. All the best.